an hour-long Vinyasa class, so just take it your own pace, connect your breath with your movement, and have a little fun. We're going to begin on our back. So bring your feet to the bottom of the mat, head at the top of your mat. Walk your feet out a little bit wider than your hips. And just allow your knees to soften in toward one another. You can rest your hands on your belly or by your side. And just take the first few moments to breathe. Soften your back onto the floor, soften your shoulders down. Feel the point of connection between the back of your head and your mat. And take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Again, like that, inhale. And exhale. Seal your lips and just begin to breathe evenly in and out through your nose. If your hands are on your belly, feel the rise and fall of your belly with each inhale and exhale. Begin to lengthen your breath. Inhale for a count of 3. Exhale for 3. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Continue this cycle of 3-part breath. And initiate the breath from your belly. Expand to your chest. And give yourself this opportunity to just be still and create a relationship with your breath. Know that your breath is the most important part of your yoga practice. If you find you're losing connection with your breath, you can take a break at any time and reconnect. Begin to create a slight constriction in the back of your throat for Ujjayi Pranayama. And hug your knees into your chest. Draw your forehead to your knees. Curl into a little ball squeeze. Lower your head back down. Grab the outside edges of your feet or your ankles to come into Happy Baby. And don't try to press it too hard. This is the very beginning of class. Just hold softly and begin to make space in your inner thighs. As you press your low back down into the mat, rock side to side. Massage your low back. Keep your spine long, space between your upper neck and chin away from chest. And release your feet. Bring your feet down to your mat with your knees bent. And we'll do that again just 1 foot at a time. So start with your right foot coming into half Happy Baby. Left knee can remain bent or extend your left leg flat on your mat. And just pause in stillness here. Keep your left foot flexed. Press your left leg down. And use your right hand to draw your right knee to your outer right rib cage. Release your right foot down to the mat, rebend your left knee, and switch sides. Grab the outer edge of your left foot, extend your right leg long. Right foot flexed. You can use your right hand on your right hip to keep your hips square. Flex your left toes and draw your knee to the outside of your left rib cage. and rebend your right knee. Release your left foot and hug your knees into your chest one more time. Squeeze in, curl into a little ball. And cross your legs at your ankles and begin to rock yourself forward and back. Length of your spine. Begin to gain momentum as you rock and roll. Make your way over your legs. Bring your hands to the top of your mat and step your feet back to down dog. You can pedal out your legs here, find some movement. Open up your hamstrings and calves. Nod your head yes and no. Maybe shift your hips side to side. Get a little space in your side bodies. Come into stillness and down dog. Press firmly into the knuckle pads of your fingers. Soft fingertips. Draw your triceps down toward the mat. Press your chest towards your upper thighs and soften your heels down to the floor. And on your inhale, shift forward. Come into plank pose with your shoulders over your wrists. Keep your belly pulling and draw your tailbone toward your heels. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lower down all the way to your belly. You can use your knees for support here if you'd like. Bring the tops of your feet to the mat. Bring your hands outside of your shoulders and press your feet down. Inhale, peel your chest up off of your mat for baby cobra. Energetically drag your hands toward the back of your mat as though you were to propel yourself forward. Exhale, lower down. One more pulse. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Walk your hands back next to your lower rib cage. Inhale, lift up halfway or come all the way up to upward facing dog. If in upward dog, lift your knees up off of your mat. Draw your shoulder blades down your back, chin parallel to mat. And take a breath in. Exhale, press back into down dog. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Spin your inner right thigh up toward the ceiling. Hips are square. Flex your right toes down toward the mat. Lift your heel 1 inch higher. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of your mat to come into a low lunge. Lower your left knee down. Bring your hands to your right thigh into Anjaneyasana. Tuck your left toes behind you for support and draw your right hip back. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Elbows frame your ears, shoulders soft. Lower your hands down to the mat, shift your hips back. Extend your right leg, flex your toes towards your chest. Take a breath in and lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Stretch the back of your right hamstring and flex your right toes toward your outer right hip to get into your IT band and your outer right hip. And shift yourself forward. Return to low lunge. Tuck your left toes. Lift your left knee off of the mat. And step your right foot back. Return to down dog. Inhale, extend your left heel high. Spin your inner left thigh up toward the ceiling. Flex your left toes down. Lift your left heel just an inch higher. And exhale, step your left foot top of your mat. Lower your right knee down. Bring your hands to your left thigh and come into lunge. Keep pulling your belly in. Draw your rib cage down toward your upper hip points. Chest lifted. And extend your arms skyward. Keep pressing into your left heel. Draw your left hip back. And lower your hands down to the mat. Hip shift back. Left leg long, flex your left toes. Full breath in, extend your spine. Exhale, fold forward over your left leg. Energetically drag your left heel toward the center of your mat, hips square. Rebend your left knee, walk your hands forward, lift your right knee off the mat. Step your left foot back, downward dog. Take a full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, lift your toes, bend your knees, and walk yourself to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Grab opposite elbow and sway side to side. Ragdoll. You can shift your weight forward and back. Left foot, right foot. Maintain a soft bend in your knees. You drape your torso over your upper thighs. Let your head hang heavy. Release your elbows. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Walk your big toes to touch. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees and slowly roll yourself up to standing. Restack your spine. Shoulders tall, head lifts. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to your heart center, Samasthiti. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, dive forward with a flat back. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, step or hop back, high plank. Pause, shoulders over wrists. Knees can be lifted or lowered. Inhale, shift forward an inch. Exhale, lower down halfway, Chaturanga. Inhale, pull through to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. That series of poses is called a vinyasa or Surya Namaskar A. We'll cycle through a few rounds of vinyasa. Go at your own pace. Vinyasa is an effort to warm up your body and open up your muscles. Inhale, look forward, step or hop forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise to stand with a flat back, palms touch, look at your thumbs. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Take 3 full body breaths in down dog. Keep your gaze between your ankles or your upper thighs so that your neck remains long. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Again, inhale, arms extend overhead. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, chest lifts, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Use the space in down dog to connect with your breath. Find stillness. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise to stand, flat back. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more time through. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, palms touch. Look at your thumb. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a breath. Feet are hip width distance and parallel. Weight mostly in your heels. Bend your knees and sit your hips low. For more engagement, knees are in line over ankles and hips as close to parallel to the floor as you can get them. Then extend your elbows by your ears. Lift your chest. Pull your belly in. Keep weight on the inner edges of your feet, but your toes are soft. And inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, sweep your arms behind you with your palms facing the ceiling. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, sweep behind you. 2 more times with your breath. As though swimming through water, comb your fingers through the air. And after your last exhale, hands behind you, rise to stand and lift your right foot up off of the mat. Balance on your left foot. Root down into your left foot as you lift the crown of your head to stand tall. Keep your right knee lifted, right toes flexed. And slowly step your right foot back. Reach your right arms overhead to come into high lunge. Crescent lunge. Draw your feet toward the center of your mat. Square your hips toward the front of your mat. Lift your chest. Soften your shoulders. Take a full breath in. Exhale, cactus your arms and hover your right knee up off of the mat. Inhale to reach high. Exhale, cactus and lower your right knee. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, open to warrior 2. Left toes point toward the front of your mat, right foot parallel to the back edge of your mat. And walk your left foot in line so your heel is in line with the center of your right foot. And press your left knee out toward the pinky toe side of your left foot. As you anchor down into the outer edge of your right foot. Soften your gaze over your left fingers. Just for a moment, flip your palms to face the ceiling. Notice how that shifts your shoulders, and keep your shoulders as they are, and then just flip your palms without moving your arms. Inhale, reach your left arm up high, slide your right hand down your right leg. Reverse your warrior. Open through the left side of your body. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your left foot. Or heel toe your left foot to the left side of your mat so your feet are hip width distant. Extend your left leg and fold forward over your left leg. Pyramid variation. So your feet are a little bit wider than in regular pyramid and your right heel is up off of the mat. Soften your chest toward your left leg. Stay firm in your right quadricep. Inhale, gaze up, lower your right knee down to the mat. Bring your hands up to your left thigh. Now we've been here before, so keep your legs as they are. Bring your left hand to your left thigh, reach your right hand back, and grab the inside edge of your right foot with your right hand for a quad stretch. And you'll start with your chest open toward the right a little bit, but begin to square your right shoulder toward the front of your mat. You can use a strap or a towel here if you're having trouble grabbing your right foot. And you can stay here or extend your left arm high. Keep your hips square toward the front of your mat. And if you have the space, draw your right heel closer to your right hip. And release your right foot. Lower your hands down to your mat and lift your right knee up off of the mat. Inhale, high lunge. Shift your weight back just a little bit, bend your right knee. And inhale, launch yourself up to balance on your left foot once more with your right knee lifted. And lower your right foot down. And shake that out. Switching sides now, feet again hip width distance and parallel. Hands to your heart. Bend your knees and come into chair pose. Soften your hips down. Pull your rib cage in. And then extend your arms skyward. Palms face one another. Spin your triceps down toward the mat. Keep your chest lifted. Inhale, make space. Exhale, sweep your arms behind you with the palms facing ceiling. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, slowly press back. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, back. Last one. Exhale, back. Keep your palms as they are and rise up to stand on your right foot with your left knee bent. Press into all 4 corners of your right foot and keep a soft bend in your right knee. Shoulders are stacked over your hips. Lift your left knee, flex your left toes. And slowly shift yourself forward. Reach your arms overhead. High lunge. Feet are hip width distance. Right hip toward the back of your mat. Belly pulls in, soften your shoulders. Soften your breath. Take a big breath in. Exhale, cactus your arms and hover your left knee. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Right knee is in line over your right ankle. Shoulders stacked over your hips. Keep space in your neck and soften your shoulders. And again, just for a minute, flip your palms toward the ceiling and notice how that opens your chest and opens your shoulders, and keep that. Then flip your palms back down toward the mat. Inhale, right hand high, left hand down, your left leg, reverse warrior. Recommit to the bend in your right knee. As you reach up and back with your right hand, make space in your entire right side. And cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Heel toe your right foot to the right a little bit. Lift your left heel. Extend your right leg. Breath in. Exhale, fold forward over your right leg. Keep pressing your left heel down toward the mat. Engage your left quadricep. Then wrap your right hip downward toward the mat and spin your inner right thigh toward the back of your mat. Place a little more weight into the inner edge of your right foot. And rebend your right knee. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, high lunge. Slightly bend your left knee and slowly launch yourself up. Come to stand on your right foot. Lift your left knee, flex your left toes. And lower your left foot down, hands to your heart. Take a breath. Then bring your hands to your hips. Step your right foot back. Turn to face the right side of your mat. Walk your feet out so that they're parallel to the top and bottom edges of your mat. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, fold forward halfway and pause. Shift your weight forward just a little bit more into your toes and spin your inner thighs toward the wall behind you. Keep your spine long. And maintaining that length, begin to fold yourself forward. Bring your hands down to your mat. Walk your hands in line with your feet. Soften the crown of your head down toward the floor. Arms are in chaturanga, 90-degree angle. And draw your wrists toward your head to deepen your fold. Take 3 more breaths here. Walk your hands under your shoulders and back your way out by bringing your hands to your hips and rise up to stand with a flat back. Spin your right toes toward the back of your mat and angle your left toes in just slightly. Reach your arms out wide. Inhale. Exhale, reach your right fingertips far as you can to the back as you press your left hip toward the front of your mat. And lower your right hand down either to a block or to your right leg or to the inside of your right foot for triangle pose. Press into the ball mound of your right foot and spin your inner right thigh down toward the mat. Use your core strength to hold you up. Maybe reach your right fingertips toward the back of your mat. Use your core strength, hold yourself up. And bring your left hand to your hip, gaze down toward the floor. Bend your right knee and bring your right foot to the outside edge of your right pinky toe. Lift your left foot up to come into half moon. Extend your left arm high. Maybe look at your left thumb. Test your balance. Option to bend your left knee and grab the top of your left foot. Kick your left foot high to come into sugar cane. Keep kicking your left foot in your left hand. Lift your chest. And release your left foot. Slowly lower your left foot back down onto the mat and come back up to center. Switch the direction of your feet. Left toes angled toward the front of your mat. Right toes angled in slightly. Reach your arms out wide. Full breath in. Exhale, reach forward with your left hand, hips toward the back of your mat. Lower your left hand down, reach your right arm high. Stack your right hip on top of your left. Open your chest and gaze up if it feels okay on your neck. If not, just keep your gaze forward or maybe down at your left foot. Keep pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. And if you'd like a bit of a core challenge, reach your left fingertips forward. Use your strength to hold you up. And bring your right hand to your right hip. Bend your left knee and bring your left hand to the pinky toe side of your left foot as you lift your right foot up. Extend your right arm to the sky, half moon. Maybe gaze up at your right thumb to play around with balance. And if you took the leg bind on the opposite side, bend your right knee, grab the top of your right foot, kick your right foot into your right hand, and lift your right knee up. Wherever you are, check in with a bend in your left knee. Keep your left knee slightly bent. Release your right foot if you have it, and lower your right foot back down onto the mat. Rise to stand. Bring your feet parallel once more to the top and bottom edges of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, forward fold with wide legs. Begin to heel toe your feet out, wider to come into splits. Spin your toes up toward the ceiling. And bring your hands to the mat. If this is too intense for your inner thighs, you can have a seat on your mat and sit with your legs out wide like a V. We will all end up there eventually. Keep spinning your inner thighs up toward the ceiling. Flex your toes. And slowly lower your hips down. Keep your legs wide. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Only go as far as feels comfortable for you. While maintaining your toes pointed up toward the ceiling, soft bending your knees. Soften your hips down onto your mat. Lengthen out your breath. Begin to walk your hands in, coming up to a seat. Bring your feet in and come into downward dog. You're welcome to cycle through a vinyasa if you'd like. Take a moment to reset in down dog. And shift yourself into high plank. Bring your right hand to the center of your mat. feet together in the back of your mat and rock into the outer edge of your right foot to come into side plank. Reach your left arm high. There's all kinds of variations you can take here. We're warmed up. If you'd like to grab your left toe and kick your left leg up toward the sky. You can take tree pose here, or just stay in the side plank. Wherever you are, step your left foot behind you. Lift your hips and come into wild thing. Reach your left hand toward the top of your mat. Press your hips up. And flip back over. Come back into down dog. Reset once more. Big breath in. And exhale. And come forward, return to high plank. Feet together at the back of your mat. Bring your left hand to the center of your mat. And rock over to the outer edge of your left foot. Reach your right arm high. Again, you're welcome to play with any variations you like here. Whatever it is you took on the other side. Or not. Maybe try something different. Step your left foot behind you. Lift your hips. Come in a wild thing. Or your right foot behind you. Breathe. And flip back over. Come in down dog. Stay in down dog or lower your knees. And come into child's pose. Just take a few moments here to reconnect with your breath. If you're in child's pose, return to down dog. Inhale, extend your right leg high. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Lower your left knee. Shift your hips back and extend your right leg. You can stay here in half splits, or if you'd like to take the full variation, begin to scoot your right leg forward as you extend your left leg back and come down any amount that feels right for you. Keep your right toes flexed. Engage your left quadricep. Keep your chest lifted. If your hips are down on the mat, you're welcome to extend your arms overhead. Or take any other variation that feels good to you here. Breathe into the sensation. And you're going to lift yourself up, shift your hips up, scoot your left knee in if you are in full splits. Rebend your right knee, lift your left knee up off of the mat, left hand down, inhale, reach your right arm up to twist. Stack your shoulders, maybe look up at your right thumb. And lower your right hand down, either step back, down dog, or cycle through Vinyasa. Inhale, lift your left heel, three-legged dog. Exhale, send your left foot to the top of your mat, lower your right knee. Shift your hips back, extend your left toes, half splits. Or again, if you'd like to take the full variation, begin to scoot your left heel forward as you scoot your right knee back. Flex your left toes. And spin your outer right pinky toe down toward the mat. You may notice that each side is a little bit different. That's totally normal to be asymmetrical here. Most people are. Just notice. without judgment. And slowly make your way out. Scoot your right knee in. Scoot your left heel back. Bend your left knee. Lift your right knee up off of the mat. Right hand down. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Spiral your chest open toward the left side of your mat. And lower your left hand down, down dog, or take your vinyasa. Inhale, lift your toes, bend your knees, and walk to the center of your mat. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Feet are hip width distance in parallel. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Walk your hands onto your wrists with your toes to your wrists. Fold yourself forward. Padahastasana. You can massage your wrists with your toes. Shift your weight forward and back. Just let your head hang heavy. Walk your feet off of your hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand with a flat back. Palms touch. Exhale, hands lower down to your heart. Bring your weight into your left foot. Bend your right knee and grab the inside edge of your right foot with your right hand. Extend your left arm high. Take a breath in. Exhale, slowly hinge forward as you kick your right foot into your right hand, coming into standing bow. Keep wrapping your right hip down toward the mat. Spin your inner right thigh up toward the ceiling. Playing around here a little bit, keep your leg and hips as they are, and release your right foot with your right hand. Reach both arms forward, coming into warrior three. And then lower your hands down to the mat as you kick your right leg up to the sky, standing splits. If you'd like to play around with handstand here, bring your hands to your mat and begin to kick your left foot onto the mat as your right foot lifts toward the ceiling, or just stay in your standing splits. Lower your right foot down to meet your left. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, palms touch. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bring your weight into your right foot, bend your left knee. Grab the inside edge of your left foot with your left hand. Extend your right arm high. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Kick your left leg up toward the ceiling. Right fingertips reach forward. Soft bending your right knee. Keep your left hip wrapping down toward the mat. And keep your legs as they are, and then reach both arms forward. And fold forward over your right leg, standing splits. Spin your inner left thigh up toward the ceiling. And again, if you'd like to play with handstand here, bring your hands to your mat. Kick your right foot into your mat as your left leg lifts. Maybe toes lift. And lower your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees and lower your hips to your mat. Extend your legs forward. Time for a little core work. Sitting in the center of your mat with your knees bent, reach your fingertips forward, and then come to your toes. You can stay here with your toes on your mat for more support, or lift your feet so that your shins are parallel to the floor, or legs can be fully extended here. And take a breath in. Exhale, lower down, and hover. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to lower. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Hover, hold, squeeze. And lower your feet to the mat. Reach your arms overhead. Full breath in. Full breath out. Bend your knees and walk your heels towards your sitting bones. Arms by your sides with your hands face down on the mat. Feet are hip width distance and parallel. Inhale, peel your lower back up off of the floor, middle back, and come under your shoulders for bridge pose. Option interlace your hands underneath you. Come up onto your triceps. Press your feet down and forward on your mat. Keep pressing to the big toe mound of both feet. And lower yourself down. Take a moment with your spine in neutral and decide if you'd like to take another round of bridge or if you'd like to take full wheel. I'll walk you through that. For bridge, enter when you're ready. If you're taking wheel, walk your hands outside of your ears with your fingertips pointed toward your heels. Walk your heels in. Inhale, lift up to the crown of your head and pause. Reset your feet and hands. And then press your hips up. Maybe come to your toes if you need. Feet remain parallel. Press your chest toward the back wall. And lower down. Upper back, middle back, lower back. Walk your feet out wide. Let your knees relax in toward one another. Hug your knees into your chest. Make small circles. Massage your low back. And cross your legs at your ankles and begin to rock yourself forward and back. Once more, the length of your spine, come over your feet and step back, downward dog. Inhale, extend your right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee outside of your right wrist and make your way into half pigeon. Extend your left leg long behind you. Your right shin may be close to perpendicular or parallel to the top of your mat or closer to your hip. Whatever feels more comfortable. You can place a block underneath your right hip if you'd like a little more support. Inhale, full breath. Exhale, walk forward to your forearms, or rest your forehead on your forearms or on the mat. And breathe. walk your hands up under your shoulders, tuck your left toes. Inhale, extend your right leg to the sky. Three-legged dog, bend your right knee. Kick your right heel toward your outer left hip. Make a few circles with your right knee. Open up. And lower your right foot down to the mat. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, left knee outside of your left wrist. Make your way into half pigeon. Right leg extends long. Keep your left foot flexed. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, walk yourself forward over your left leg. Slow down your breath. Just notice where you feel the stretch the most. And send your breath there. Begin to walk your hands under your shoulders. Tuck your right toes. Inhale, extend your left leg high. Bend your left knee, left heel towards your right hip. Take a few circles with your left leg. And lower your left foot back down to the mat. Bend your knees, lower them to the floor. Shift your hips to the side. Swing your legs out front. Come to sit in the center of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, fold forward. You can use a strap or a towel to hook around your feet, or grab the outer edges of your feet with your hand and pull your chest closer to your upper thighs. Slowly come back up to a seat and roll all the way down onto your back. Bend your knees. So going into bridge pose, and if you have a block or a pillow nearby, you can place it underneath your lower back. If not, totally fine. Arms by your sides and extend your toes up toward the ceiling. If you don't have a block or a pillow, you can lift your hips and just place your hands underneath your hips to give yourself a little bit of support in your low back. This is a version of legs up the wall, so if you have a wall nearby, you're welcome to use the wall. And just let the blood flow out of your feet, down your legs. Having your feet over your head activates the parasympathetic nervous system, so this is a great pose to do when you like to calm down or before bed. Let's take about 5 more breaths here. Bend your knees and lower your feet back down to the mat. If you have a pillow or a block, go ahead and remove the block from underneath you. Extend your legs long behind you, and then come up onto your forearms, just like if you were at the beach and you were looking at the ocean over your toes. Lift your chest and let your head hang. Stretch the front of your neck. And slowly roll yourself back down. Hug your knees into your chest. Keep your spine long. And hug your right knee into your right shoulder. Extend your left leg long. You can circle your right ankle in either direction, flex and point. Wrap your right knee to the left as you shift your left hips to the right to come in a spinal twist. You can bring your left hand to your right leg to deepen the twist. Maybe reach your right arm over and look over your right shoulder for a neck stretch. And unravel your twist. Hug your knees in to realign your spine. Draw your left knee into your left shoulder. Extend your right leg long. Circle your ankle. Flex and point your toes. And wrap your right knee or left knee to the right, hips to the left. Right hand to your left leg. Extend your left arm. Gaze over your left shoulder. Release the control over your breath. And gently unwind. Hug your knees in one final time. Give them a good squeeze. And extend your legs out long on your mat, making your way into Shavasana. Just relax your legs. Let your feet flop out to the sides. Rest your hands alongside your body with your palms facing the ceiling. Soften your shoulders. Relax all the muscles in your face. Let your eyes rest heavy in the sockets. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Let gravity hold you in place. Begin to soak in the benefits of your practice. Remain in stillness and just be. Begin to come back to your breath. Reawaken your body with small movements in your fingers and toes. Circle your wrists and ankles. And reach your arms overhead, point your toes. And bend your knees. And roll to your side. Just take a few breaths here on your side. And when you're ready, come up into a seat. Guide your hands together at your heart space. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. Namaste.